What's up, y'all? It's Spiritual C Brown of the video. And in this video, I want to give y'all 8 ways to raise your vibration. Now, raising your vibration basically means that you are here physically, but your mind operates on a whole different plane than everybody else. You're not as prone to being told what to do and believing what you hear like everybody else, because they don't operate on the same vibration that you do. And a lot of us have to realize that it's not the other person's fault that they're basically being a sheep to whatever the news brings, to whatever they're told, because they've been programmed that way. So do not bash anybody for not believing in what you believe in. I don't bash anyone for not believing in what I believe in. If you wanna believe in Jesus Christ, and if you wanna go to church and believe that the way you live is going to determine whether or not you go to hell, then that's up to you. I'm not going to force my belief down your throat, because I operate on a different vibration. I operate from the soul. The soul gives me all the information that I need. I don't have to listen to the next man, all right? An example of having a high vibration is if someone comes up to you and give you racial slurs. If you are a black, brown, melanated person, it does not affect you at all. You already know that just because physically you are black, brown, or melanated, that you've been born into this world as a melanated being, does not mean that your soul associates with that. Your soul is no color, because you know that you are a multi-dimensional being having a human experience. This body is just a vessel for the soul. This body is just a machine for your soul to use in order to live on this plane. Your soul operates on a way higher plane than this third dimension. But in order to live here, it has to take a human body. It has to take a human vessel, which is that inner voice inside of you. Y'all know that inner voice that tells you when something is wrong, when something is right. When you meditate, you know that person that's within you watching your thoughts, that is your soul. This is just a vessel. This is just a body that goes through this life process, because life is about evolving and growing as a person and growing your soul. This is just an experience. You're here to experience this. Now, number 1, the way to raise your vibration: build good karma. Now, by that, what I mean is getting right back with Mother Nature, bro. Going outside, going for walks, getting into nature. Every morning that I wake up, I always come outside and I'll say, "Good morning, universe," which is me basically thanking the universe for waking me up, giving me another day to experience this world, because the world is beautiful. All right. It may be bad entities on this world, but you can never doubt the fact that the world is beautiful and everything around it is beautiful. There's beautiful places on this earth that I want to visit, and I'm just thanking the universe for just waking me up and giving me another day. Number 2, you have to get rid of those toxic people out of your life. Now, by that, what I mean is there's a lot of us that associate with people that keep our vibration low, that continuously give off bad energy. If you want to raise your vibration, you cannot hang around that person anymore, because they're only going to keep you at a lower state of yourself. You have to hang around people that stimulate your mind mentally. You have to hang around people that inspire you to create and encourage you to be better in life. Not people that just want to hang around and just be the same, and they're comfortable in that state of being the same. A prime example: let's say if you're in a relationship, right, and that relationship is toxic, but because you're only with that person, and that's the only person that you know, you stay with it. You stay with that person even though after they've cheated on you, after they constantly bash you, they constantly verbally abuse you, they constantly do things that they know that doesn't make you happy, but they do it anyway, right? I'm talking from a male and female standpoint, because females do cheat too, bro. Come on. But but you have to make sure that you're not in a toxic relationship. I don't care if they're friends, family, or if you're in a relationship. It doesn't matter. If you're constantly hanging around that family member that's constantly telling you, get that flu shot, get that vaccine, put your mask on, you can't come over here unless you have that mask on, then I'm not saying you have to completely cut that person off, but you have to realize that do not let them get to you. Do not let them lower your vibration to the point just because you want to be around that person. You have to stay solid. You have to stay 10 toes down for yourself, bro. You have to remember that you have to live for you. You can't live for anybody else. You come first. All right. So get rid of those toxic people out of your life. Do not let what they say affect you on any level at all. Another example: a lot of people always go after a female or a male that stimulates that root chakra. Now, that root chakra that I'm talking about is the pleasure. A lot of people stick around and hang around people that stimulate, that's able to give them pleasure. But what are they doing for you mentally? What are they doing for you spiritually? A lot of people put their soul at risk by having sex with each and every person that they see or that's pleasing to the eye, but it does nothing for their soul. You do not want to be around that type of energy, because you're only destroying yourself in the end. It's going to be impossible for you to raise your vibration if you're constantly hanging around somebody that's going to drain your energy, that's going to lower your vibration and drain your energy. All right. So now, number three being, you're going to have to let go of those fears. Now, I'm not talking about no fears of roller coasters, swimming, fears of getting in a car accident. I'm not talking about those type of fears. I'm talking about the fears that affect you on a spiritual level. The fears that these elites use to control the human being and control the soul, control the population, control you on a mental standpoint and program you. I'm talking about the fears of being afraid to go out and socialize and be around people because you're scared of catching corona. All right, y'all already know how I feel about that. It's fake. It's not a sickness, bro. You don't need to be afraid of catching something and dying, bro. All right, if it was something out here and if it wanted to kill you, it would have already. All right, I'm talking about fears of being stopped by a cop because you seeing on the news how they publicizing all this Black Lives Matter, all these riots. I'm talking about fears of not wanting to speak out and speak your mind, speak your knowledge, because you're afraid that someone's going to hurt you or kill you or come and kidnap you or whatever. Bro, you have to let go of those fears. You have to live your life. All right, all these fears that they're programming and telling us is only to control us. You have to learn to take back that control and learn to live for you. You have to let go of those fears that because you don't live a certain way, because you don't go to church, because you don't believe in Jesus, because you're an atheist. If you don't believe in Jesus, that you're going to hell and that you're going to burn in hell for eternity. Stop believing that. You're not going to hell, bro. Just because you don't believe in what somebody else wants you to believe in, that doesn't mean you're going to hell. What type of sense does that make? We are all here to learn. Just because you come here and you don't and you get away from what your family have been taking you to church to believe, just because you get away from that and start doing your own thing, that does not mean you're going to hell. That does not mean you're going to burn. All right? You are a multidimensional being. Hell is here. If anything, this is hell. We all have to sit here while they poison our food, poison our water, poison our air. They constantly tell us lies. They constantly make us have to get up and go to work because we have to pay bills. All right? This is the hell. You're not going to hell. After this, after you leave here, it's going up from there. All right? You're going up from there once you leave here. All right? So you gotta let go. You gotta let go of those fears that you've been programmed with since birth. Like I always tell y'all have to deprogram yourself. You have to clarify your mind. You have to clarify your pineal gland in order to open your third eye. In order to see the truth, in order to see past the illusion, you have to clear all of that out. And the fears have to go with it. The toxic people have to go with it. You have to learn how to build your karma. Now, the fourth way to raise your vibration is going to be the music that you listen to. Now, I know a lot of y'all may be thinking, what does the music I listen to have to do with my vibration, my frequency? Now, y'all have to realize that music is powerful. All right, the words that we speak is even powerful. So when you put it in music, it makes it even more powerful. Now, let me explain what I mean. I'm gonna use me for example. When I was going through my depression stage, before I even know anything about meditation or any of that, when I was going through that, I was listening to artists such as X, such as Trippie Redd, such as Juice WRLD. I was listening to Lil Uzi. I was listening to those artists, and it was like the music, it helped me for the duration that I was listening to it. But after I would turn it off, I would feel worse. That was because I wasn't right with myself. I wasn't right with my soul. I did not know how to control my mind. If you're somebody that's trying to get over a drug addiction, if you constantly listening to Lil Xan, Billie Eilish, that these Juice WRLD, that these artists are constantly talking about drugs, you're not going to be able to get over that addiction, because you're basically creating the reality of more drugs and more addiction by listening to the music. Music creates your reality. These record labels, these record labels know this. That's why they continuously put out bad music, sexualizing women, bringing up drugs and killing people, because they know that music is a powerful frequency that can control the mind, that can control the world. For low vibrational people that do not know how to control their mind, they're subject to falling for all of this, all of the lyrics and all of the stuff that they try to create for your reality through the music. If you're constantly somebody, if you're somebody that's living a hood life and you're trying to get out of that hood life, you don't want to listen to artists like NBA Youngboy. I don't really know the artists like that, but you don't want to really listen to those guys that constantly talk about hood life and talk about selling drugs and moving bricks and doing this and that, because you're never going to be able to get out of that life if you're constantly listening to music that create that life. Same thing with depression. Like I said, I gave myself an example. Now, when you raise your vibration and you get to a point where you know how to control your mind, control your reality, then the music that you listen to will no longer affect you, because you know how to separate to get the vibe from the music. You know how to control that. You know how to we like to get turned up to music. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're somebody that doesn't know how to control your mind and control the way that you perceive the music that you listen to, then the music will lower your vibration. It will affect you in a bad way, in a way that you don't want it to. But like I said, when you learn how to control yourself, then the music will no longer affect you. Now, I think I'm on number 5. Number 5 is going to be eating better. Now, I saved these last 3 because a lot of us, we already know about these, bro. Like I constantly talk about these on this channel. So eating better, you have to realize that the food that you eat is going inside of your body. It's going to connect with your soul. The food that you eat is going inside of your kingdom, because your soul is your kingdom. Your kingdom lies within here. Forget everything that's outside. Everything that you need to know and everything that you need to realize and control is within you. So everything that's important is within you. So that means that you want to put things in your body that help your body to grow and help your mind to evolve on some 4th and 5th dimensional type stuff. So that means that you want to eat more fruits, more vegetables. You want to drink unlimited amounts of water. Water is what's going to clean your body. You want to drink lemon water, honey water. You want to start to drink. I recently started doing smoothies and stuff. I've started to make my own homemade smoothies. You want to do stuff like that to help grow your kingdom within you. You don't want to constantly eat that GMO food. You don't want to constantly go to McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. You don't want to constantly eat that stuff, because that's not real meat. There's not enough food on this planet to supply all of these fast food chains that's in this world. That meat is 3D printed. It's they've created that meat in labs. They grow that meat in labs. It's not organic, nature sent meat. All right. It's all GMO, bro. You don't want to put that in your body. It's going to that's where the cancer comes from. That they try to say that the sun gives you. They try to say that the sun gives you cancer, but that cancer comes from that GMO meat, that lab grown meat. All right, that pesticide injected meat. Because y'all have to realize that a lot of these animals, before they're killed, they go through these slaughterhouses, which means that they basically sit around a bunch of other animals, building up diseases and sicknesses, and then they kill those animals and then feed it to us. All right, that's where that cancer comes from. That's where Alzheimer's come from. That's where heart disease come from. That's where brain disease come from. All of these diseases that's out here in this world came from how they process these meats. All right, so you don't want to put any of that in your body. You want to put more healthier stuff in your body. Okay. Now, number 6 is getting out into nature more. You want to get out into nature. You want to go for walks. You want to go for runs. You want to help stimulate your body in a more positive way to help raise your vibration. You want to get out and sun gaze more. Like I told y'all in my sun gazing video, the sun is information. The sun cleanses your body. The sun boosts your immune system so you won't be getting sick. The sun basically is that God energy, that God frequency that we supposed to be operating on. The sun was put here for us. The moon was put here for us. The stars is put here for us. So when you use it, of course it's going to benefit you. It's not going to give you cancer. Like they tell you, it's not going to harm you in any way. It's only going to help you. It's only going to cleanse your body and cover your body in these electromagnetic rays that's going to help you in the long run. Or for 7. Now 7 and 8 is going to go hand in hand. 7 being you want to spend more time to yourself. You want to get to build yourself, know yourself. It's impossible for you to raise your vibration if you're constantly going out with friends, especially friends that give off bad energy, that's always talking about drama. You don't want to hear about that stuff. It's only going to keep you at the same level that you are, instead of growing and evolving and climbing that ladder to build. And 8 being you want to meditate. You want to know how to control your mind. You want to know how to go within and quiet your mind whenever you're going through something like depression or anxiety. You want to know who you truly are. You want to go within and get that information, because like I said, there's technically really no world out there. There's only the world in here. So you want to make sure that you're able to tap in with yourself and tap in with that God energy, that God frequency. Now these right here were the 8 ways to raise your vibration. I hope y'all been taking care of yourself. I hope y'all been constantly stacking up, buying little things at a time like water, buying foods that you're going to be able to eat if it was a power outage, because like I always tell y'all, you never really know how the way 2020 is going. You never really know what's going to happen. It's best to always prepare for the worst than wait for the worst to happen, because the news is not going to tell you what's really going on. It's up to you to figure it out. All right. So I hope y'all learn and enjoy something from this video, and I'll see you on the next one.